First, to start out with introductions. I am FinalHarps, and I am interviewing the infamous, the insane, but awesome dude, Impervi0us.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Impervi0us.
Yes. Now, why don't you start out with okay, I'm gonna say this. I said this earlier, but any of these questions you don't have to answer. It's all up to you. If you feel uncomfortable, it's on you. It's up to you. But I know you're really open. You're kind of like me. You just like to flow and keep going. All right. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What kind of person are you? What do you like doing? I mean, little stuff about yourself.
Yeah. So, those that don't know me, my name is Mo. Moses for short for Moses. I've been playing games for I don't know, say 27 years now. Was born in Dominican Republic. Came to the States around 1994 or 3. And since then, I haven't really looked back. My dad we got a Super Nintendo, and that was like my first foray into starting to play video games. And from there, I really only played like the Spyro the Dragon and stuff when we got a PlayStation 3 or 4 years later. And one of my friends actually lent me Final Fantasy VII, and that was back when I had no idea what an RPG was. And from there, it really cemented me staying home and playing video games. I used to want to always be out and doing stupid things like, I don't know, stupid kid shit. Ride bikes, stay like not come home directly from the bus and just play tag or do some nonsense until like the sun went down. I used to get in trouble all the time for it. But that game in particular was the catalyst to really want to make me explore the game world or the game worlds and really sit at home, and I was lucky that my mom was able to embrace that part of me over anything else. She was like, hey, if you want to stay here and play these stupid games that I'm spending $50 on, at least you're home, you know? And from there, it's my passion for video games has never waned. It's gotten stronger, obviously, since I started streaming and all that. But yeah,
games. Let me guess, your grandpa got you into gaming then? Because he got you a Super Nintendo?
My dad.
Oh, your dad. Your dad got you.
My dad, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what was your first game on the Super Nintendo?
It came with 2 games. It came with a WrestleMania game, Super WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
Hulk Hogan in a cover, and Super Mario World.
Ooh, nice. One of my favorites.
Those are the first two. Those were the first 2 games that we got. And it was yeah, man. From there, I like even still throughout the Super Nintendo era, I didn't play like your Chrono Triggers. I didn't play any of those games. I had no idea about them. I got the Donkey Kong Countries. I got the Nintendo games, but like that, like as far as like playing like your Terminator games or whatever like that, like I didn't play anything above like rated E.
So you never got to play or experience Final Fantasy 3/6 on the Super Nintendo?
No, not until after. So Final Fantasy 7 was my gateway, right? When I got to play Final Fantasy 7 and beat it, I was like, well, this is the 7th game. How do I get access to the rest of it? Luckily for me, when that game came out, Final Fantasy 8 was around the door when I got to play it. So. I saw the I was seeing the trailer already on TV screens. You know, the whole 9999 Final Fantasy 8 with, you know, showing the Seed CG commercials and all that, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I got to get the 8th one. So from there, I played 8, 9, waited for 10 to come out, but when those came out, Final Fantasy Origins, Final Fantasy Anthology, and Final Fantasy Chronicles came out for PS1, so that's how I got to play the original games.
Okay, that's very cool. That's very cool. So
yeah, and then the original 3 I got to play on DS when.
Nice. So I have been noticing you've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14.
I don't play that game.
Okay. I've been seeing. I saw that you beat Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah. I play 14 a lot.
Okay.
Play that.
What got you back into 14? Because when I met you, you were playing. I think it was Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, or was it? It was Code Vein. It was Code Vein when I met you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Dag, it's been almost a year since I've known you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm thinking like, yo, I've only known Harps for like 5 months. It's been almost a year.
Yeah,
Crazy.
almost a year.
Yeah. I mean, I take breaks, right? When it comes to playing MMOs, I've played MMOs for so long. Like I started with MapleStory, moved into Final Fantasy 11, and then from 11 I went to WoW, and then I've played almost every game in between that. So like I played Guild Wars, your freaking EverQuest. I've played every one of these games just to like feed the new hunger to wanting to play an MMO, right? But 14, once 14 came out, so I like with the original 14 I didn't like, so I didn't play that. But once A Realm Reborn came out, I started playing that, and once I get to a certain part in the story, and once I hit like max level, usually I take a break to play like something else.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time I was playing these games by myself. Like I had a little community that I played with, and a free company that I played with, but most of the time they were just playing, you know, they had like their own little enclosed area where they played. Or the little circle where they played, but so I would get I would get the game, get max level, do some of the end game level stuff, and then take a break and then go on and play other things. Same thing when like Heaven's Sword came out, and like and when Stormblood came out. Now when Shadowbringers came out, it was a little bit of a different story. My initial plan to go into Shadowbringers was to, hey, let me see what's going on, see the end game stuff, and take a break again, like I usually do. But because I transferred over to Crystal and playing with Jen, playing with Jeff, playing with all these people that are now like some of my closest friends, it's really garnered and sustained my interest in playing the game and really wanting to keep playing that game, whether it's not my main game or not. I'm still trying to get in and play the game, just to like level other classes or see what else is happening with the game, and just constantly being engaged, because now I have a community to play with, you know, and now I have people that I actually want to log in and play with. So that's really the reason why I've stayed with the game. And of course I'm playing the other games now that I want to play, like your Neo 2, your Final Fantasy 7, of course, and I'll take like a week off or 2 weeks off from 14 to play those. But I'll always come back to the game and log in sometime during the week to be able to play with these guys. But that's really it, man. It's just having a community now that I can log in and be like, hey guys, what's up? And then everybody's willing to just do something, whatever it is. It's really the reason why I keep playing it. Other than the game being
fair enough, because that's how I was with 14 also. I played that for a long time, then I would take breaks after I did the raid for a while, and then my raid group fell off, things happen, but that's something else. Anyway, with you, I also know that you're heavy into first-person shooters and you used to compete for them.
I don't play those.
Okay. I know.
I'm a Roblox Mormon streamer, okay?
Oh my god.
No, just kidding.
That I get that so many times in some random ass chats, like, go play Roblox. What? Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so you told me you used to compete in first-person shooters.
Yeah.
What kind of experience is actually being a competitor in first-person shooters?
It's sometimes the most exhilarating thing that you could possibly feel when it comes to playing a video game. It's the same type of exhilaration for me as like playing like a horror game for the first time, or like playing or like downing like a raid for the first time, and you've been working at that forever. Like that like ecstasy that you get right when you've completely, like, when you finally got it and you're like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Can we curse?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, all right. But right when you get to that, right when you get to that peak right there, when it comes to playing competitively, like it's not just shooters. I play Smash. I play Smash competitively for a long time in other fighting games. For as you know, we have a fighting game background, you and I.
Yes.
But it's that level, dude. When your back is up against the wall and you've got nothing but your wits and your game sense and game skill, dude. That level of competitiveness and that level of play is just it's euphoria, dude. It's for me, it's the most exhilarating time in anything.
I have to agree with you. I get that every time when I actually play a fighting game. That's why I can't play fighting games that long because my mental state and everything cannot.
Oh yeah, it's draining.
Handle that. Sure. It's so straining, and I wanted to do it, but that's totally different. Now, when you play a fighting game, you get that same mentality, like same effect that happens at like with playing first-person shooters, or how I would when I'm playing a fighting game. Oh, awesome! Thank you, this person Impervi0us, for hosting my channel. This is so awesome. It's an honor. I don't know who you are, but thank you.
That guy's a jerk. That guy's a jerk.
Do you get when you play a fighting game? Do you get the same feeling, like same drainage, same heart pumping, same kind of like feelings going on when you do first-person shooters?
Yeah. I mean, for me, I think it happens. It depends on the game, right? So for me, for shooters, it feels like a longer burst of time versus for a fighting game. Fighting game, you got 99 seconds each round, right? Mm-hmm. A max of 3 rounds. You know, if you go the distance, right? Mm-hmm. And it's 2 out of 3. So for the most part, you're feeling that for maybe 5 minutes per like 2 out of 3 falls match. You know what I mean?
Okay. Depending
on the game, obviously, if it's like Street Fighter, it's around that time. If it's something like Smash Brothers, you're maybe there for like 10, 15 minutes. But for a shooter, it's like, this is a 15-minute match, and you got to do this 2 out of 3 times. So you're there for like a 30 to 45-minute experience of, Jesus, okay, my God, like you're just there.
Strategy.
You're just there, yeah. And when I was,
yeah,
so what I was playing competitively was Halo 3. Okay. Halo 3 was like the peak of my competitive play, and I was semi pro there, so I was traveling up and down with my team of 4, so we were a team of 4 there, going up and down the East Coast because I live in New York, so my team primarily was New York. Our 4th was in Florida, so the only time we really got to scrim in LANs were at the actual events, so like the MLG events,
okay,
which was some of the best times and some of the scariest times because we were all 15, 16, 17 years old, 18, you know. But yeah, man, it was incredible, and I'm constantly, I think now every shooter that I play, I'm constantly chasing that to feel like that again, you know.
Gee,
that's really where I'm. Yeah, to feel
like it's really hard to mimic that because like you're already like you're not playing with a full team that's wanting let's fucking kill everyone now when you're not playing with a team like that. So you get that vibe of like, okay, I want it, but then everyone else is like la 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 boop boop boop.
Well, it's not the chasing that like team aspect of it, of needing the whole team to feel like that. It's my own competitive high, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I get in there and I'm like slaying kids and doing like the most absurd things, you know what I mean? And that's where I'm like, oh my God, I'm going crazy, I'm going ham, I'm shitting on these kids.
Yeah, like, but when I was playing with you,
that's what I search for.
When I was playing with you, I'm like, damn, this guy's destroying everyone. I can't keep up. I'm getting destroyed. Like shit.
Yeah, I've tried to keep. So every game that I try to play it at the highest level that I take it, and that's what I mean by chasing that.
Yeah.
Like I want to chase being as good as I can get in whatever game. If I can't be good at a game, then typically I try not to play it. because I get flustered at me being bad at the game, not because the game is bad. You'll never hear me say that a game is bad because it's you'll never hear me say that a game is bad because I'm bad at it. Like I'll say that, hey, I can't play that game. I fucking suck at that. I can't play it. Like Rainbow Six, for instance, I love that game, but I can't play it because I suck. And that's what I'm like. That's a game that I'm trying to fix with like Valorant. Valorant, I suck at.
So would you say first-person shooters is by far your best type of style of game that you can play as? Like, so if someone throws you in a field and says you have to pick one that you will be guaranteed to do your best in regardless, and it's all the genres, but you have to work as a team because every single genre, say like RPGs, like all MMOs, you got first-person shooters, all this, a sports team, but like, which one would be like the best field that you could just be thrown into? That would be the best.
I mean, shoot. I mean, it's probably for me. It's shooters, right? Okay. Well, it depends on it, right? So if it's a shooter where I can use a controller, then sure. If it's a shooter where I have to use a keyboard and mouse, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's a fighting game, I'm most like I play every fighting game under the sun that's not 3D. The only 3D fighter that I play is Tekken, and that's very scarcely.
Gotcha.
But like your Street Fighters, your Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Guilty Gear, so I'm waiting for Strive to come out.
I was just gonna say that you're waiting for Strive. Yeah.
Your BlazBlues. If I can get an hour or 2 hours to sit down with a new game, I'll most likely have it down and figure something out that I can push. You know what I mean? But I think shooters is probably my most comfortable.
Okay.
It's become my most comfortable area.
Fair enough.
So long as it's with the controller.
So essentially, if say Square Enix makes a new MMO with first-person shooter aspects, you would be balls in.
Yeah, most likely.
All right, cool. I would be.
Yeah, I'm balls in with anything Square. So like, anything Square makes, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. It could be freaking. It could be a piece of dog shit with like Cloud's hair on it. I'm like, all right, I'll pay $60. You know what I mean? Like Square's just got me, dude. that's just
fair enough. Yeah, they've been doing pretty good with their games lately. Now, you're a Twitch streamer. You do a little bit of YouTube. What got you started, or who brought the idea to you to become a content creator?
One of my close friends, Home Dog Pizza Slice, actually.
Really?
I met him through my girlfriend because they work together. And he came over. She's like, "Hey, you should meet my coworker. He plays Smash." And the minute as a Smasher, the minute you hear someone else play Smash, you're like, the innate thought is that guy is garbage. I'm gonna fuck him. So he came over and we hit it off, man, and it was a good ass time. And he was actually pretty good at Smash. He's actually one of my rivals in Smash because the way that he thinks about the game is very similar to how I think about the game. We just approach it in different ways. But yeah, since then, I'm always making him laugh, and we're laughing all the time. And he's like, "Dude, you got a voice and you got a charisma. Have you ever thought about streaming?" And I'm like, "No." And he was like, "Dude, you should do it." And my girlfriend looked at him and looked at me, and she's like, I was gonna tell him that, but it's a good thing you did. You should definitely do it." And I was like, "No. Who the hell wants to watch me?" like I just play games or whatever. And maybe a month or so went by, and he was like, "Dude, you should do it." And he actually got me started with getting me like this really bad microphone. He's like, "Dude, do it." And he got me like an old capture card for my PS4 that he no longer used because he didn't stream. So he was like, "Dude, just start. Just hit if you don't really like it, then you didn't lose anything. There was no money or whatever invested in it." So I started just playing like Smash and like playing Killzone recording, like streaming through the actual PlayStation overlay. And from there, I'd had some people coming in, and they liked. Obviously, I was pretty good at playing the games that I was playing. And then and then PUBG came out, and once PUBG came out, I made some of my favorite people on the planet when PUBG came out, and that's when I started actually trying to play like PC games as like shooters. And from there, I haven't looked back, and it's true, man. I thanks to him, I have pretty nice community, pretty friendly people that are around me. The stream has been doing well, and I've been super happy with the community around me. So
that's a very good success story. I like that. I wish someone told me to do that a while back, because man, I enjoy this too much. But all right, have you ever had to deal with a troll before in your chat?
Plenty of times.
Besides someone who just likes to throw bits at you, because you like yelling at people who throws bits at you often. But it's okay.
Listen, man, I'm just terrible at receiving kindness. I'm terrible at it. So my default is to tell you to cut that shit out.
Fair enough. All right. With the troll part, what is the worst troll you've ever had, and how did you deal with it?
I mean, have you seen my skin color? Of course.
You're
yeah,
human.
I mean,
for me, like, real quick, I look at everyone as human. I don't care what they look like.
Right, which I appreciate, but there's not everyone that looks at things the way you do. So I have had those trolls come into my channel early on, maybe like 2 years ago, where I've had that happen, and I was still really new. Like, I've only been streaming for a little bit over 3 years. So, after my first year, I had the first year anniversary stream, and from there, I like my Discord was still pretty open. Like, I didn't have any restrictions on there, so anybody could go in there and just chat and whatever. So like I had trolls come in, make multiple accounts and go in there and just start throwing slurs out, the slurs that you shouldn't be throwing.
Oh God, really?
And I didn't know anything about like the text to speech thing, so I was in the middle of streaming, and I had song request on too, and that's why I don't do song request anymore unless a mod is in the chat to monitor all that stuff. Because they started throwing up links to YouTube videos that were just slurs repeated without any actual music playing. And then on my general chat, someone would just join, and they would just make it would just be like repeated bots of like all these names that would come into the general channel, and just have paragraphs of
Yep.
These type of people must die. These type of people must die. So I was like, oh my gosh. Thankfully, some of my friends that I made through like PUBG that are still some of my closest friends were like, yo, give me mod duties right now. I'll take care of it. And they were able to clean that up and help me out on that. But I was really shaken by that. That was the first time that's ever happened to me, in life and in the internet space. But since then I gained a hardened skin. But that was really like the only time that I've ever really been attacked in that way. From then, thankfully everyone that's come in, they either get handed swiftly or they're pretty cool.
No,
and
it's awesome.
It's been super rare since then.
You have a great community. Everyone supports you. That's a massive situation. I was in a situation like that actually kind of recently. I was playing Apex with my son.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's name was Twitch something. And I was like, hey, you Twitch, do you go live on Twitch too? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, let me follow you real quick. I followed him. He's like, oh, you do too? I'm like, yeah, same name. Hops in, follows me, says hi in the chat. I'm like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. Well, even though we're playing, gets back in chat and just starts saying the N-word over and over and over.
Well,
with my son in the chat too. Mind you, he's 11. But yeah, those situations.
That's very nice time.
I know, right? Nice. And what's up, Icy Snow? Mind you, like, my son knows he's smart, but for me, like, I really freaked out. But then I'm like, you know what? I had no control over someone else doing that.
Yeah.
Ban him, block him, let it all be, and then move on and never use game chat ever again.
Oh, I mean,
Man.
you understand the reason why a game like Call of Duty, I have it auto muted. As soon as I turned the game on, I looked.
To make for
I
sure,
looked for
right?
that feature.
Yep.
Made sure to auto mute unless you're in my party. Like unless I've invited you to my game, you can't talk.
Yep.
Because especially when it comes to things like streaming and stuff, like you can't control people, man. And those things you just have to, you have to try your best to avoid. It is what it is, man. It's the online space,
Let's say, yeah, Jurassic Rex. I agree. I'm personally going to be looking into all that too. Oh man, thank you, Master Stampede, for the tier 1 sub again. 4 months, man. Thank you so much for that.
Congrats.
Now let's get back to the questions that I got. And also, since some people are in here, you guys could throw some questions out too. You got for this infamous guy.
Yeah, feel free, dude. Ask away.
All right. What is something in your life that has been so difficult or scarring that you're either getting over or still getting over?
I don't really feel. I mean, I don't know, man.
Are you one of those guys who something happens after a couple days, few weeks, it's like, eh?
No, I mean, it's weird. It's like some things affect me more than others. Something that I guess is still really hard is we lost a dog 2 years ago in October, and that for a long time, we buried her in our backyard for a long time. It was really hard for me to visit the grave, so that's really that was really difficult for me to deal with, and I still think about her. She was really young. I mean, not really young, but she was 9. Dogs nowadays live to 15, 16. So that's one thing that always sticks in my mind. As one of those I guess scarring memories. Yeah. I'm sure there are others, but that's really the only thing that kind of sticks out. But outside of that,
like losing a pet that you truly love and care about is really hard. Like family. It is. Sorry to hear that one too. I knew that other was gonna come. Yeah. All right. Now let's do a flip side. What is the proudest moment of your life? Like something that you did, or like anything where you're just like, man, I did that. I helped that person. I did this, or whatever it may be. I learned to drive a car.
No, hell no, dude. First time I learned to drive a car, I almost flipped it over. I know. Sorry if you were drinking something. That was not one of my proudest moments. Dude, I used to play a lot of Need for Speed, so my dad was teaching me how to drive a car on a stick in a parking lot, and I didn't know what the concept of the brake button was, or what the brake was, so I was just pressing the gas and spinning in the freaking. And he's like, brake, and we're literally half the wheels are up, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what brake is, so I'll just let go of gas.
That's probably the best choice at that moment. If you
so I almost flipped that shit. That was godlike.
That should be one of your freaking.
And my dad didn't. He didn't let me drive for like 2 months after that. I was like 14. All right, you're gonna put me in the back. I was just playing Need for Speed Underground, the first one. Like there's no such thing as a brake button in that. Like, come on, man. Press the gas, dude.
I was in that car. I almost died.
Yeah. That Nachos is my sister. Yeah, she was
nice to meet you. Nacho.
6 years younger. 6 years younger, by the way.
Okay. You should have a flipped car as one of your emotes.
No way. It didn't actually flip.
What? Half flipped. Okay, so what is the most proudest moments? And did MP say brake button? Oh my god.
I don't know. I mean, I think my proudest. I don't know, man. For me, I don't really think of a lot of moments. I almost default to like my proudest moments is like something video game related, but I don't know. Like I've had DMs in the past of either like a person that's older or a person that's younger come into me like, hey, when I had a very inconsistent stream schedule, and they would say, hey, I really enjoy your streams. It's helped me through this week, or it's helped me through what I'm going through right now. And I've had, like, during this pandemic, I've had two people in particular come into the stream and say, hey, I'm going through something right now. I just need something to take my mind off of it. And whether it's like a loss of a parent or a loss of a relative, or if they found out someone is positive, it's that for me is something that has always been a goal, because I've always prided myself in helping people. Like, the people that know me really, really close, I like, if I don't have to wear a shirt for a month just so that they could have a shirt, like, that's usually how I am. So my goal has always been to create like a place not only for me to have like-minded people that just like things that I do, but just a space where you don't really have to think about things outside. You know, you can focus on the laughter that's happening in there, or the horror, or whatever is happening in that, and kind of just leave that at the door, if you will. That's really probably my proudest moment. Is just those guys. It's just those two coming in, and just people in general coming in randomly and saying, "Hey, yeah, thank you. You know, thank you for streaming, and thank you for keeping my mind away from that." Outside of that, on my esports career, getting third in Halo, getting second, sorry, in Halo, at our local college, to an actual pro team was really cool. That was in 2009, I think, or that was one of my favorite moments. Being the best in my town in Smash Brothers Melee for about 2.5 years until we left college. That was super fun. And I met one of my best friends in life, which is Automatics. He's in chat through Smash Brothers. So that was one of my proudest moments too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking some nice questions here, man.
All right. I see this wall behind you. Now, I see a lot of cool things. What's your favorite or most prized possession behind there?
My favorite or most prized possession.
Yes.
Wow. I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever asked me that.
No, yeah, I do. I look up questions and try to make it relevant to the person.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Okay. Explain. Okay, if you can't pick one, explain how this wall came to be. Because I see some expensive ass shit. So how long did it actually take you to collect all of those things?
It's years, man. This like, you see the Nintendo. That's an original working Nintendo. Like, all of these, it's just stuff that I've never thrown out. And
where the hell is the Super Nintendo? I see a Super Famicom.
Super Famicom. We actually don't have. Shout out to my dad. We don't have a Super Nintendo because he gave it away. But he gave it away for a good reason. He gave it away for a good reason. After we got our PlayStation, he ended up sending our Super Nintendo to Dominican Republic to a family who was less fortunate. So that's literally awesome. Sent them all of our games and stuff. So
that's awesome.
So I never actually bought it back. So even though I have some great memories with my SNES, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just been like I have two I guess bookshelves is what they are, full of games that actually don't have showing, that are off to their side here. That kind of starts here. You can kind of see it here.
Everything's teetering. How heavy everything is on those things.
It's two of them over there. Two? Yeah,
like that? What?
I can show you a little.
All right, let's get a tour of the place then.
See those over there?
Holy shit!
So those are all in system order by release. So by console release, they're all there.
Damn, that's a lot of stuff. I don't have that.
I just every game I've ever owned, I've kept. You know, not because it's like, oh, one day these are going to be a lot of money. It's because each one of these have had a memory with me that I've always wanted to keep, and yeah, you never know when I want to just go back to them and just pop in the good old PlayStation or the PS2 and just play these games. So
right.
Yeah,
I've had those moments, and I regret because I don't have all the stuff.
Camera, dude. Oh my!
It was showing off Cloud's sexy face. It's good.
Leave his face alone, dude.
I said sexy. The fuck?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Let's see. Now you've been doing Twitch for 3 years.
Yeah, a little over 3 years. Yeah, a little over.
Now, how long do you see yourself doing this for?
For as long as I can, man. For as long as I still enjoy it. I don't really. Obviously, the dream for any streamer, right, is to be able to wake up every day and just sit and play the video games that they want to play and chat with whoever they want to chat. But for me, as much as I want that to be the goal, it's not my end. It's not like oh my god, I have to look at my numbers. I have to, you know what I mean? Like I get up every day and stream because it's okay. I want play my games with or play this game with my friends, or I want to do this and get on just to have the camera on and just because those are really the only times that I technically really play nowadays. But I don't know, man. As long as as I keep enjoying it, that's really it. There's plenty of people that come in and love and enjoy coming in and the banter and all that stuff and just meeting new people has always been something that I've always enjoyed. So that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So so you say when you finally get old to that point where like you're able to retire and do whatever, you're gonna just end up being that guy that throws keyboards at everyone instead of a cane.
Yeah, I guess so. People do that. What?
Yeah. Oh, get me a drink.
I mean, technically, some of us that are, I would say I'm a little fortunate right now because I am technically living that dream, right? So I'm in a position now where my job is paying me. You know, even though I've been at home for 45 days. So I'm technically living out that dream of just waking up and having just a stream, you know. So I've been very fortunate to test that out and see if I do really like it, and it turns out I really do, you know.
Nice. Same here. I've been able to personally live this out a little bit too, and it's a big different feeling.
For sure.
It's a different feeling, and it's interesting not having to have to wake up, but still wake up and do stuff, and it's weird. Now, do you have a significant other?
Oh yeah, Lady M.
Lady M? Okay, so she is your significant other. I didn't know this. I just hear you talk about her.
It's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday. Sorry to take your man away from that.
We celebrated yesterday. She said thank you.
Oh. So, Lady M, so if you don't mind, how long have you two been together?
We've been together 7 years.
7 years? Damn, congrats.
Thank you.
But to both of you, because be able to deal with each other for that long, man.
It's more of a she deals with me. I'm like a kid in a candy store literally every day when we're home. So
oh my god,
she's technically dealing with me.
So,
but yeah,
let's get some background on that. Where did you two meet?
High school.
High school. So you're high school sweethearts, like me and my wife. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we met through high school. I was a huge weeb. Still am a huge weeb. And I had this folder. If you know the anime Bleach, right? I had this folder, and this is some hidden impy lore for some of you that know me but don't actually know me.
That's your nickname. I'm trying to guess. I've heard impy before, but I've never actually asked. Is that your nickname?
Yeah, that's what everybody just started calling me. Short for
Got it.
Just impy, like just a term of endearment. Yeah. So like I had a folder of, if you guys know Bleach, we made a 14th squad at work or at school, because there's normally 13 squads in Bleach, and I was the captain of the 14th squad. And I had some sub captains, some lieutenants, and all that stuff, and she was actually in that, and I had no idea.
Nice.
And only because I was always to myself, like I would only like talk to like my right hand and my like lieutenants, like basically my top two. Everyone else, like, oh, we added this person. I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, from there, I had left high school. I had left high school, so we were 3 years apart. And we drifted apart because I didn't really talk to her. I didn't really talk to her like that. Maybe like once or twice I've ever said anything to her. And then fast forward to 2012, I graduated 07. She was 09. 09? Yeah, fast forward to 2012 or 2000, late 2011, early 2012. Chat's saying happy birthday. Yeah, fast forward then she sends me a friend request on Facebook. Facebook of all things. Facebook.
Really?
And she's a ballerina, and I had no idea. So the picture is of like this super professional looking ballerina, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? I'm gonna block this. This is a bot. It has to be. That was my initial that was my initial thought. That was my initial thought,
Okay.
and I'm like, wait, okay, let me message. Like, I just wrote hey, and if I got a reply like, hey, come watch me at whatever link, I'm like, all right, block. So I'm like, hey, and she's like, hey, do you remember me? And I was like, in my mind, I was like, no. but then I went into her after she like I accepted the friend request. I went into her pictures, and I was like, okay, ballerina picture, nope. Ballerina picture, nope. Nope. Do you have a normal looking picture? Like, so then I scrolled back a little further to like maybe like 2010, 2000 or 2009. And I was like, oh, this girl! Wow, wow. So, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I remember you. Hey, what's up? And then from there, it went off without a hitch. Oh, by the way, chat room, you guys understand that there's a lot of Final Fantasy preferabilia behind me, right?
Yes.
The first question I asked her when I ever went to her house and met her face to face in her house or in her apartment, I was like, hey, I see Final Fantasy VII there. Who's the final boss? And she's like, what? It's Sephiroth. Duh. I was like, all right, we can go out now.
That's good.
That was
good.
That was like legit my gateway, dude. like if you don't know who this is, if you just have this as a I play video games but not really tee, then I'm out, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
My favorite games to play our favorite games to play together. I don't know.
We don't.
No, not really. I mean, maybe Diablo would be it. We play Diablo co-op a lot. We played Diablo co-op a lot. Diablo 3.
Okay.
Because she mainly plays on consoles. We're waiting for Diablo 4, so we can have something else to play. But she mainly just plays like RPGs, puzzle games, and like mystery games. So that's like her wheelhouse.
Okay. Think. Okay, what games last year? What was your favorite game that you played and that you thoroughly enjoyed to that point, and was the expectations were there?
Last year,
you're excited to get this game, and then you're like, "Man, this is exactly what I wanted." I mean, this year
game that came out last year.
Yeah,
I'll be the one playing Cyberpunk. She doesn't like normally play those big. Like Witcher-esque RPGs. I'll be the one that's playing Cyber. I don't know. What came out like I'm trying to think of what came out last year, because last year was kind of like a lull almost in like game releases. I'm I don't know. I don't know, man. I want to say like Apex was really was like the game that I was like, oh yes, let's play. But like in terms of single player, Borderlands 3 was fun, but it wasn't like, and I was super excited for it. And when it came out, after we beat it, I was like, okay, that was cool. And then I never went back to it after beating it, so I didn't do any of the DLC for it or anything.
What about Sekiro?
Oh my god, yes, Sekiro was incredible, dude. Yeah, that game takes the cake last year for sure.
Okay, what were your when you saw that it was coming out and being released? What were your expectations on it?
When Sekiro came out or was coming out, I mean, I had super high expectations for it, man. It's from Software. From like the Soulsborne games have been such a breath of fresh air from the games that I normally like, that I've been playing, like the shooters and the RPGs. Like the Soulsborne game is a healthy mixture of the two that I really, really, really enjoy, and the difficulty behind them is it's so good. So
makes you think how to beat every single boss and how to go about it, what you got to do. Yeah, those games I love. Yeah,
and the challenge behind that and everything. It's super good. So, yeah, I mean, I would, without like spoiling anything for myself, I would try to see as much as I possibly can about the game. And like the first thing that I was like, oh, what is that? And it's Japanese mythology, dude. Like that's why I played the Neo series. Other than it being another Soulsborne game, it's just that era, you know, of samurai, and I just eat it all up, dude. It's some of my favorite stuff to read up on. It's the same with like Greek mythology and Egyptian mythology and like Vikings and all that. Like just those not primitive, but like those predated eras of
imagination
of imagination and wondering and the scrolls and scriptures of what it was like back then for the Meiji era and before then. It's just fascinating to me. It's like the thing that was like eyebrow raising for me was seeing the monk on the bridge. When they had that, I had that as my background on my phone for the longest time until the game came out, was the monk on the bridge that you had to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and the music that plays there, oh my gosh, dude.
Yes, the music
is big when it comes to video games.
I'm glad it won the awards that it did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You spoke of mythology. Mm-hmm. Which mythology is your favorite mythology? And why?
Probably Greek.
Why is that?
It's just learning about those Greek gods, and like, so like God of War, dude. I ate God of War. I ate God of War up, dude. Oh my gosh. Like every single God of War game, the reason I bought a PSP other than Crisis Core was to play God of War, Ghost of Sparta, and forgot the name of the second game. And then when it came out on PS3 as like the collection that they brought the PSP games over, I rebought that because I needed to have more God of War in my life. And when it came out on PS4, I bought God of War 3 Remastered because I needed to have God of War in my life. Like, okay. Dude, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I'm excited to really play that. I still haven't had the chance to play that or pick that up yet, but I'm excited to get into that.
All right, what about the recent God of War? God of War 4/God of War 0 remake into Norse mythology?
Dude, any mythology, dude. Norse mythology was fantastic.
I know, but I mean, like, okay, let's talk about God of War right now. How was the transition from Greek mythology into Norse? And then meshing it together? What was your take on that?
I think it was such a good payoff, man. I think it was such a good payoff, especially as like, yeah, it was a game that was kind of made to kind of relaunch the series for like new players, but if you went in there knowing Kratos' story and Kratos having to fight his way and loses his wife and daughter and fight off his brother and kill his brother, and you know, finding out that he had to kill Hercules, who's technically his other half brother, and then him seeing this old like broken down god that just wants to just leave it all behind and just wants to settle down. That payoff was so fantastic. And seeing him have to go back to being who he was, you know, for the sake of finally getting his wife's ashes to the mountain, dude. Like, oh man.
Oh my
knowing
god!
Knowing about Thor and the brothers, like I because of this game, I went back and actually started reading on the giant snake, the world eater. Like I was like, what's his relationship to, and why can his son talk to him? Like why does he know the language? You know, like out of nowhere, why does he know that? And once you find out that, spoiler alert, once you find out that who his son is, you're like, oh, okay. You're like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, dude. I was like, oh, dude, when's the next game come out? I need it.
Right? And like, good. Now speaking of like next games, now this one we can wait for because we don't know what happens. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake, we have to wait for that one. We know what happened, but it's like, no, give us a damn second part. I want to play as fucking Vincent.
Yeah.
Well, personally, what about you? What's your takes on how long do you think the wait should be for the next one?
Probably 2.5 to 3 years, I would say. Especially because they already started working on it. They have the assets, right? Yeah. Like they have the assets of the characters that of half of the character part, half the party technically, right? Mm-hmm. We have 5 members total right now, right? And we only need what? Vincent, Yuffie,
Cat Sith.
and Sid, Kate Sith, and
Sid.
and Sid.
Yep.
So we're missing 4 more. So they have to make those characters, and really the basis of the game is the world building. That's really what's left. Is we've done Midgard, we've done the linear stuff. How are we going to branch this off to being this open world thing? And that's really, I think, where the time is going to take to progress, because we're going into next gen. How much more can they actually touch up Cloud? He was like perfect. You know, like how much more can they touch up Tifa except like her hair being better? You know, without giving spoilers away.
No
for
spoilers here. No spoilers.
That's listening. It's just the way that game ends has me extremely excited for whatever comes next, for sure.
Yes, and I agree. I think 2 years to 3 years would be optimal, since they did start doing it in November. They don't really have to work on the engine and how to get stuff. They just need to make the areas, and I think like with this one, they already got a really good concept of how to make the zones. It's just making it bigger now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying 3 parts, but if they do 3 parts,
it might be more. It might be more, honestly.
I hope not.
It might be more.
I hope not.
Dude, dude, I've waited 23 years. Like,
right? You
know what I mean? Yeah. What's me waiting another 8 to finish this story, like as they want to tell it in the modern time, you know? Like it is what it is. Like it's not like I'm
for
gonna
the
be
long haul.
Like it's not like I'm gonna be like, what? 4 more parts? Fuck this game. I'm not playing this no more. You know what I mean? Like I'm here. Like whatever. I'm sitting down.
I'm gonna keep buying it myself. I'm gonna keep going. I want to keep playing it. I just feel that I hope it could be wrapped up, but yet wrapped up nicely within 2, so it's not making people string out too long. Because like,
I don't know if it will, man. I mean, look at how much they could expand. They could expand on so much. And
it would be awesome.
And the way that they're doing
Yuffie,
it,
like totally optional. It would be awesome if they still make Yuffie totally optional. Like
I don't think any character should be optional. That I'm gonna say 100% because of how important they're making the war on Wutai be, and how they want to go back to Wutai and make that happen. You guys know about that by chapter 13. There's no way, if you're speaking that strongly about Wutai.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
There's no way that you can make a character as pivotal as Yuffie, that's her hometown, an optional character. That doesn't make any sense story wise. You know what I mean? And what they want to tell. Same thing with Vincent. It doesn't make any sense to make him like he's already. I can't actually talk about that, but. Yes, there's no way. Shit. I almost went into spoiler territory, and I was like, I pulled myself back. I was like, ugh, come back.
All right. Does the chat have any questions before we sign out? Because it's getting close to time. Anyone at all? Any questions? Do I have any more questions?
Yeah. What do you have, man? What do you have for me? Hit me with them.
If you had a fantasy role that you could play in MMO, mind you, it could be any field of anything, like you know how Sword Art Online has like the gun thing, then it has the action adventure, and say they are all combined. what character would you play as? Like, what job or class would you be?
Wow. I don't know, man. Like probably something like a ninja caster. I don't know. Like a caster that can also do hand-to-hand combat.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think something that almost like a what a red mage can do, but not needing a weapon other than like ninja tools like shurikens or stuff like that. But if I wanted to like freaking dash away and do like a Suiton and give you like this big ass water dragon to fuck you up, like that would be the coolest thing. I guess I'm a Naruto nerd.
All right,
But
Itachi.
yeah. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like things like that could that you can go in and out. I think MMOs currently don't explore the options with a given class. Like if they give you a class archetype, like that's your class archetype. You know what I mean? Like they don't give you they like let's say you're a monk. It's like okay, monks are traditionally hand to hand. They don't do anything else. That's it. Like but they don't like certain depictions of monks they use holy magic because of because of their kind of what they are. So I think a little exploration in what in just expanding on what a class can be would be cool. I think.
Okay.
What's that question? Is there a change you want to see in streaming over the next year? Uh I mean, I don't really have a vision for anything because I'm still technically kind of new to the whole streaming thing. Like I don't know. I think they're doing a very good job of what they're already doing. And they've definitely become a little more clear on what the grounds are. Well, on this platform, on what the grounds are for like what like booby streamers or whatever cleavage streamers or any of that. I think they've finally harkened down to like this is what you can and cannot do. Okay. And I think that's cool. That's a cool direction. I think the drops that they're doing. I think for partners, the squad streaming is really cool. I didn't think about that. I think I don't I don't know, man. I think what Twitch is doing currently with the bits and allowing even affiliates to be a part of a lot of what the partners can do is really cool. Although it's not at the same volume, obviously, because you work that hard to be a partner, you should get extra perks. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
You know what's ironic? There's not much of a
prime
change. There's not much of a
Yeah.
change between partners and affiliates. So a lot of people might not know this. Between partners and affiliates, there's only a few minor changes. Like for affiliates, we
placebo
get
share.
everything. Besides, they get 2/3 of sub revenue.
Yeah, they get a
And
better split.
they get a chance to do bounties, but they're actually, besides the sub revenue, they're bringing. Oh, they also get paid every month regardless. So
Yeah.
they get paid more.
Well, because I mean that's a no-brainer, right? For affiliates, you have to make over $100 for you
Yeah.
to get it checks into you. If you're a partner, there's no way you're not making over $100.
no, there's some people who stop doing streaming and they can't take the partnership away. So
I mean,
they
they can.
they can really.
Yeah, it's a contract. When you become partnered, it's a contract. So
Teach me
if your contract expires or you don't renew your contract, then your check mark goes away.
Ah, okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but,
so you're technically contracted with Twitch.
yeah, so it's pretty much like nothing's really different besides they get bounties. So, and a bounty is you play a game, you say it's a sponsored stream, and you have to do it. Whatever viewership you get paid for, depending on what the partnership or the bounty is for that.
So that it's interesting because I've had those partnerships in the past. So it depends on the developer. It depends on the game. It depends on what the prerequisites are, and you have to sign an NDA for all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not technically Twitch itself. You know what I mean? It's whatever platform you're streaming on. But like, let's say for instance, I was watching a partner streamer who was partnered with Square for Final Fantasy VII, for instance. They and Butterfinger, there was a partnership with that. So they had to do 4 parts of 2-part streams, and every however many minutes, 30 minutes or hour, they had to plug in, hey, this is how you get this theme on PS4 through Butterfingers, and do that. So it's with the company themselves that want to do the partnership with you, usually the publishing company or the snack or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, Twitch doesn't really handle those type of like the third party partnerships because they're not technically directly involved with those companies. You know what I mean?
Yes. I was talking directly about bounties that Twitch.
Yeah. Like some of the bounties with that Twitch has is really cool, but most of the ads, most of the like ad revenue, like the hashtag sponsored or whatever, are from the third party company or the actual publisher of the game.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's really cool to have those opportunities is super awesome. Like if you can get, I have a good friend that is an open communication with Square, and Square sends sometimes games to him depending on if they're published by Square. So if it's a game that's published by Nintendo, they can't send it to him because Nintendo is the one that has the publishing rights or the rights to actually send that game to him or not, or that code.
Oh,
so it's really cool how that relationship works. Yeah, you get to see you get to peer a little bit on the inside of how these businesses work. It's really cool. Like those type of things are like really, really cool to look at and see.
Yeah, those are things I want to get involved in and eventually figure out. Like, but that's sort of a different conversation, different day. Do you have anything else you want to add in before we take off? Sign out.
Thanks for having me, man. I know we were working on trying to get this together for weeks and or months at this point.
Not really. I just went, hey, you free to do this?
This time, yeah. But before you were like, yo, I want to do a podcast with you.
Yeah, I think I brought it up, but I didn't really was like, hey, let's go. I was just like, hey, you ready? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, thanks for the opportunity, man.
Of course. Cool. Thank you for being on my podcast. That was awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone who asked the questions. Hung out. If you guys enjoyed what he does here, what I do on my channel, feel free. I play a lot of games. Final Fantasy 14 is one of my main games right now, but yeah, we'd love to see you guys over there.
Streaming right now?
Yeah. Once we get done, yeah.
Why don't you start it up and I can raid you?
Don't tell me what to do,
motherfucker! I just told you what to do.
I don't know what I'm going to be playing, so.
You don't know what you're going to play?
I'm probably going to be playing 14.
And ask the chat.
I'm probably going to be playing 14. All right.
Okay.
That's most likely.
All right, everyone. That's his link. Go check him out. Thank you for everyone who showed up. And if he goes live, I'm going to raid his ass, but...
Are you not going to be playing anything?
I'm going to take a little break.
Okay.
Ever since I've been home, I've just been working. And yesterday was the first day off. I figured 2 days off, and then I'll go live later, but not right now.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely I enjoyed having you on the show. It was a great time. I probably will have you again, maybe as like a co-host.
Yeah, dude, I'm down. Let me know.
Don't know when, no plans, and yeah, but I think that's everything. And are you live right now?
No.
Click that fucking button.
I can't be live if you're using my camera because I need my camera for OBS.
Don't you have a screen that says starting soon?
Yeah, but it might not pick up my. Yo, you know what? All right, professional streamer.
You're like, all right, motherfucker.
Watch my camera not work now, you freaking jerk.
Watch this, it works.
All right.
Wouldn't that be messed up? Like, wait, what?
Wait a minute. Why is it working? Actually. All right, man. Well, man. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate you, dude. Take care. Yes. Everyone in the chat, take care. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Bye.
Take care, guys.